Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games, Collectibles. And today we are looking at the 1998 release by Playmates from their Star Trek Insurrection series of action vehicles, action figures and accessories. And this particular item we are looking at today is of the Starfleet Type 2 hand phaser. And this was as seen in obviously the movie Insurrection. Okay, so this is the box that it comes in. And at the very top of the box, you can see an image of Picard, Data, and one of the aliens from the movie Star Trek Insurrection. And it says Starfleet Type 2 phaser. And there you can see an image of the phaser itself. And it's Collector Series Edition. And this particular one is number 022793. It says authentic stun and disrupt sounds, light up phaser energy beam emitter, light up power level indicator, and clips to belt or waistband. It says 2 new authentic sounds, stun and disrupt. And you've got activate authentic lights and sounds. Warning, choking hazard, small parts not for children under 3 years old. And it's you got the Star Trek logo, the Playmates logo. And it says ages 4 and up, stock number 65088, includes 2 replaceable AA batteries. And it's got press here to activate, phaser sounds, phaser sound effects it says there. And it says try me. So let's just do that. Let's just press the button. Okay. So we can hear it's working. Okay, so that's the front of the box. Let's turn the box round to the back. And what have we got on the back here? Okay, so again, it says Star Trek Insurrection Starfleet Type 2 phaser. And it says, having taken an oath to obey the Prime Directive, Starfleet officers and crew have sacrificed their lives to protect it. But when the order to violate the Prime Directive comes from Starfleet itself, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Lieutenant Commander Data, and the crew of the USS Enterprise NCC 1701E, must make the most difficult decisions of all, to follow orders or to mutiny in the name of upholding Starfleet's most sacred principle. And it says, there's an image of, nice image of the phaser itself there. And it says light up power level indicator, power setting buttons, stun and disrupt, and you've got the trigger. It says 2 new authentic sounds, stun and disrupt. It says use the setting buttons to select phaser power level and press the trigger to fire. Phaser clips to your belt for a quick draw. Also collect the USS Enterprise NCC 1701E starship with Captain's Yacht. Okay, and we got here now the technical specifications. So it says energy source. Let's just bring that forward a little bit so we can see a little bit better. So it says energy source, cerium chrolite cell. Cell size capacity 10.2 times 3.0 centimeters, 4.5 times 10 MJ. Control modules, beam control assembly, safety interlock, subspace transceiver assembly, STA, Premier chamber 4, pre-fire chamber 4, emitter, stabilized LICU 521, superconducting crystal 1.5 times 2.95 CW, pre-fire chamber reinforced with Gullion arsenide, whatever that is. Power setting 1 to 8, same as Type 1 phaser. 9 to 16, high proportions of nuclear disruption energy. And it says boldly go where no one has gone before. And then of course we've got the Star Trek and the Playmates logo. Ages 4 and up, stock number 65088. Paramount Toys logo and the Star Trek communication fan club number, and it says includes 2 replaceable AA batteries. Okay, so that's the back of the box. Let's just turn the box over and have a look at the end, or the sides I should say. It says two new authentic sounds, Stun and Disrupt, ages 4 and up, stock number 65088, the Playmates logo and the Starfleet logo, includes 2 replaceable AA batteries, Star Trek Insurrection, Starfleet Type 2 phaser, and you've got the Playmates Toys logo, Star Trek Continuum, and the barcode, and you've got all the copyright information and the battery information at the end there. If we turn it over to the other side, or the other end, other side I should say, it's more or less the same again. 2 new authentic sounds, Stun and Disrupt, ages 4 and up, stock number 65088, the Star Trek and the Playmates logo, includes 2 replaceable AA batteries, Star Trek Insurrection, Starfleet Type 2 phaser, authentic Stun and Disrupt sounds, light up Phased Energy Beam Emitter, light up power level indicator, and clips to belt or waistband, activate authentic lights and sounds. And if I go to the end of the box, I think it's all pretty much the same again. 2 new authentic sounds, Stun and Disrupt, ages 4 and up, stock number 65088, Playmates and the Starfleet logo, includes 2 replacement AA batteries, Star Trek Insurrection, Starfleet Type 2 phaser, and authentic activate authentic lights and sounds, and the same image, and we've got exactly the same on the other end, so I won't bother reading that again. Okay, so that is the box. I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to open the box, take the phaser out, and let's have a look at it in full detail. Okay, so I've removed the phaser from the box, and this is exactly how it's come out of the box. So we've got this instruction sheet, which basically shows you how it clips onto a belt, and also the battery replacement there. So I'm not going to bother to open that up and read that any further. But then we got the phaser, and it comes with this plastic cover on the front there. Let's just remove that as well. And there we have the phaser, and it's very, very similar to the First Contact ones, or the very last of the Next Generation ones, or the Voyager ones even, that had the bend, which is supposed to make it easier for you to hold and fire. So that was the idea behind the bend. Okay, so that's the handle grip there. The batteries, I'm assuming, go in the hand. Yeah, you must undo the screw, and they must go in there, I would imagine. I can't see anywhere else where the batteries would go, so that's probably what go. And they're AA batteries, so they've got to be fair size ones, so they must be in the back there. Okay, so we've got these 3 buttons on the top. These 2 decide whether you're Stun or Disrupt, and the other one is a firing one. We come to that in a second. So you've got the light, the laser emitter at the end there, and the power level indicator here. And obviously there's the belt clip there, and it's got all the copyright information on the printed on the actual belt clip, which is 1998 Paramount Pictures, all rights reserved, Playmates Toys, authorized user, made in China. Okay, shall we press the button and see what happens? Oh, well, that's good, because that does actually light up, which is very good. I'm just going to hold that in front of the camera a little bit so you can see it. So if you hold your finger on the button there, it continually shoots. And also, if we look at the end there, you can see that lights up as well. Okay, so that is one of the settings. Let's switch over to the other setting. Okay. So even the lights flicker differently depending on which setting you've actually got it on. So yeah, I mean, this is a really nice phaser actually, and it does feel very comfortable in your hand with that bend on it. So I know the early ones didn't have that, but this later ones do. And this was, well, it wasn't the final film. The final film was Nemesis, but this was the second but last film that was produced from the Next Generation. Okay, so we're going to measure this, and the lengthwise we're looking at about 21.5 centimeters in length, and that's going from one end to the other end. Obviously there is a curve on that. If it was straighter, it'd be wider, it'd be longer rather. Width-wise, we're at 6 centimeters. Oh, sorry, I need to zoom out a little bit there. Width-wise, we're at 6 centimeters. And depth-wise, the widest point really is from the belt clip to the top of the phaser. So we're looking at 5.5 centimeters. But if we actually measure from the bottom of the bend to the top of the phaser, we're at 8 centimeters. So that gives you an idea of the size. And so it's a nice hand grip on the bottom there, and your thumb just goes up and fires. So it's very comfortable being used. And obviously, if you can see the light on the back of the booth there, and you can also see the light on the emitter. So it's quite a powerful lights coming off of there. So yeah, a very, very nice phaser. Very, very good replica item. So, big question. How well did this item do? Well, I have to say, Playmates product always sold well in Star Trek. And you got to remember that Star Trek was a big thing in the 90s. 98, when the Insurrection came out, there was all the hype for Star Wars again. So Star Wars franchise was getting exceptionally big, and it was overtaking Star Trek. So Star Trek was not the franchise that it was in the earlier 90s, from the beginning of the 90s really all the way through to about 97, 98. It was massive franchise. As Star Wars became the original films went back onto the cinema, and the new films were announced, Star Wars became the big franchise. So the popularity had dwindled somewhat, but also this was released only a short while after the First Contact phaser was released. So it didn't actually sell well. And of course, in between that as well, you had the Voyager one. So this particular phaser, I don't think sold particularly well because of the fact there were so many of them now that have been actually issued. I mean, personally, I think it's one of the best that they did. I think it's absolutely terrific. It's comfortable. The firing mechanisms are good. The sounds are good. And it does look exactly like what was used in the movie. So my opinion is it's fantastic. Now, of course, what we're talking now, we're talking 24 years on. This particular phaser is now probably one of the most collectible, and that is again because the quantities just weren't there. So the ones that come in the Insurrection boxes are probably the rarest of all of the phasers from the Next Generation series. They very occasionally pop up on the platforms, but not very often. Not the Insurrection ones do not come up very often at all. And when they do, they've already been opened or used or what have you. But like this particular one, which is in mint condition, it's only come out of the box because I opened the box and took it out to demonstrate it. But otherwise, it's in absolutely mint, untouched condition. So, as I say, finding them is very difficult these days. But as usual, we at Midas Touch have managed to find one or two. And they're currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It takes you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Star Trek items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody. And I am absolutely positive that you won't want to miss this, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you are looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps something just from your childhood that you like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.